Earlier, we were supposed to have a barrister Osaro Osemigi-Ero all the way from.
Jesus Christ. I bless you all for this August gist we are going to go into. And my
Thank you.
brother, thank you very much for
I
inviting me to
appreciate
the
you.
show.
I appreciate
Bless
you,
you.
sir. Without wasting much time, we're going to just go ahead and go into the show proper. Uh, Before then, I like to play my intro music, and I like to let Facebook and YouTube know that whatever music I play on this show, uh, obviously I have the permission of the artists, producers as well. So I'm going to bring you the music of a very progressive artist in Nigeria. He is a singer, a gospel singer, and I have the pleasure of presenting to you this introduction music from Gloria Soul. Iwanika. Mr. Selege, if you are already in the studio, if you can hear me, you need to step up on your picture. Yes, move up a little bit so we can see your face properly. I'm happy that you are able to join this time. Yeah, there you go. Now we can see you. Yeah, we can see you better. I'm going to bring you in just a minute to introduce you to our audience. Okay, I'm glad you were able to figure it out at last. You are joining us now. I'm going to introduce you because I already have my brother in the studio. We are all going to go over this topic, this interesting topic together. Okay, so I'm going to post this music and bring in our special guest. Uh, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Barrister Osemegi. Barrister Osara Osemegi was the former uh, lawyer in charge of PDP Edo State. He was the lawyer to PDP Edo State, and he has been a very successful lawyer. He's an activist. He has participated in so many events that was successful. Mr. Savigi Osaro, you are welcome to the Jobra Idele-Ero show.
Thank
Can
you
you hear
very
me,
much.
sir?
I'm very glad joining you today. Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
glad joining you.
Okay, great. And with us in the studio is my very own brother and reggae artist, reggae superstar based in the Netherlands. And I'm sure you're familiar with the face. He's not a Jamaican like people used to say when they see the face. They think this is a Jamaican man. No, he's a pure Benin man. He's Black Rice Osagi. Actually, that's his name. He's from Edo. He's a proper Edo man. And introducing to you, Mr. Serege, this is our partner today to discuss this particular topic, rigging in Nigeria elections. His name is Mr. Black Rice. So please say hi to Mr. Black Rice. Mr. Serege. Barrister, can you say hi to Mr. Black Rice?
Yeah, Black Rice, good evening. I
Good
think
evening.
that's it.
Yes,
Black
my
Rice
brother
is a
Savigi.
familiar name. It's a
Yes, give thanks.
familiar name.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Thank you, Mr. Savigi. You're welcome.
All right. So with that being said, we just without wasting much time,
Yeah,
we're
good
now going
evening.
to go in, we're going to go into the the topic. I'm not so surprised about what is going on regarding the connection with Mr. Seregi. We have been experiencing this every time with people joining us from Nigeria. Yeah, okay, so now he's back. Okay, Mr. Osevegi, I'm very sure you are already familiar with the topic of the day, and that is rigging in Nigeria elections and the impact of it in governance. I'm going to ask you
Yeah.
a request. I mean, a quick question. I'm going to ask both of you. Now that we are all in the studio, I'm going to ask both of you this question. First of all, I will
Yeah.
ask you,
Yeah.
Barrister Osevigi,
Yeah.
what is rigging? What is rigging? Is it illegal? Is it legal or illegal in elections? What is rigging, please?
Yeah, you have already said the tone. Rigging election means that, you know, scoring vote or victory, unlawfully. Anything done unlawfully during election to score vote is rigging. You know, like in Nigeria, we have the Electoral Act. So if you score vote or victory without compliance with the clear provisions of the Electoral Act, that is rigging. There are many things that can be rigging an election. We have a we have a pre-voting rigging or rigging during voting, and a post-election, that's a post-voting rigging. So there are many dimensions. Anything done unlawfully, not according to the law, is unlawful. And to win votes, you know, cheating to
Okay.
win. When you cheat to win, that is rigging.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Barrister Osevigi. I know you're going to be very,
Yeah.
very useful resource to this topic as a lawyer, who knows the law and who knows what is right and what is wrong. But I'm going to ask the same question to our brother, the reggae legend, a reggae superstar, Black. What is rigging?
Thank you very much, Joe Brown. Rigging in layman term is doing what is not asked for in an election. Rigging goes with election anyway. What is not expected of you to do in an election period, and you're doing it, that's rigging. You know, making maybe the uh, men on the ground to favor you in the count, the election and the voting, and like the man rightly said, pre-voting rigging, giving money to security guards and people who are on the ground to monitor the people coming to vote, giving them soliciting for people's vote on the day of election. That's also rigging. That's so many ways to define rigging. It's a broad term, inducement
If you
in
can
the
do this one.
time of voting. That is rigging. Rigging is what is not legal.
Okay. Thank you so much. My Honorable Barrister Idele-Ero, both of you have defined the meaning of rigging. This is to the knowledge of our audience what rigging is. But now I'm going to ask both of you again, one after the other. Anyone can answer the question anyway. Uh, uh, Barrister Idele-Ero, you have been part of the electioneering process in Nigeria, both at the state level, the local level, and the federal level. Now, we know that rigging is a negative effect, anywhere in the world. It's not legal, it's not allowed. Even though they try to make it a no, but it's illegal, it's not allowed. I'm going to ask you now, if, if there's a rigging in the process, what do you think the outcome of the election will be and the effect on the society? Barrister Idele-Ero, please go ahead. All right. The network, as usual, has is doing its job right there. But again, we are left again with both of us, myself and the reggae superstar. Uh, before he comes back, if he's able to log back in, we're going to have to discuss this both of us together. You know that the effect of rigging in governance and what it does to the society. You know, the after effect of rigging. So I I understand that rigging is very common in elections, probably all over the world, but most common in Nigeria elections. Now, if you rig an election and that result brings in the wrong person or the wrong party, it is going to affect the governance all through. So, and what do we do about how to eliminate or reduce rigging in our election? Because again, the reason why people rig in election is that they know they are not sure of winning. So they have to imply different, method, you know, manipulations to bring in their presence or their party. And at the end of the day, it is unexpected, and therefore they are unprepared for it, unprepared for it, and then we now have so many problem issues of economic problem, political turmoil all over. So how do we reduce or eliminate these phenomena in our election?
Well, let me just quickly say this, that we have been taught this way. This is how Nigeria got their independence, because they rigged in the British people. Because we don't know what democracy is all about. It's not it's not our it's not our thing. It's not the black man's thing. To say we try to eradicate it, or yeah, we can reduce it, you cannot eradicate it, because that is how the British taught us when they were handing over these things to us. They supervised our election, the very first election. Because when you build on a faulty foundation, you're not going to get a good house, a good building. No matter how old the building is going to last, you're going to be having shaking anytime there is thunderstorm. The house will shake. We have a lot of rainfall, the house will have problems. So we are built on a very faulty foundation from the British people. If they had taught us the right way, but there's still problem in even the world most developed democracy. Even the United States, I heard about hanging shaft one time, heard about recount. It's all rigging. It's all the system that is put in place to obtain what is supposed to be the right thing. But that of Nigeria is so bad that was how we started our own democracy. Or that was the way the British people taught us to do it. So the same people are the people still there, or their children are the ones still there, So they know that it's passed down, it's like hereditary. They tell you this is not the way we're taught, this is how to do it. Give money to the man and let him do the work. Don't depend on, okay, if the man on the field don't do the work, give the county man, the man who's going to do the announcement, the final result. Give them enough money. So that is why we cannot eradicate it. We have been taught to do it that way. The British didn't give the winner the election in the very first election in 1963. No, they gave it to some people else. So we know that already. So we are going on with that. That is our life. That's what we know. So we cannot dodge it. We cannot eradicate it. We can only kind of reduce it until the young ones come. The children of the poor, the ones that have not been there before. Like what happened in Senegal. When you guys just came in now, he was not even it was not known, he was not a politician. He wasn't a politician. That is how Nigeria can change.
Okay, Barrister Semegi, please, can you give us, I know you've been listening, even though your device has been acting up, but we're good now. I can see you clearly. I can see you clearly. Only that you need to move up a little bit. Your whole face will be showing on the screen. You can work that out. Okay, now what he just talked about is the effect of rigging in Nigeria elections. The effect, he just said that rigging is known worldwide, and we inherited this rigging from the British, our colonial masters. All right, so, and because of that, it's going to be very, very difficult for us to eliminate it. All we can do is to try and reduce it. And I know that you will agree with that too, Barrister Osewegi. I know you are listening right now behind the scene. When you come back in, you will join us to discuss that. Well, in my own way, what I need to add here is that any system that is manipulated, whether democratic system or otherwise, is not going to be a good system. It will not produce anything effective, that will affect the people. We are talking about the people right here. Conducting election is supposed to be a process of selecting the best to take charge of governance and the society. So, but when you involve rigging, and manipulate the system to bring in, people of your favor or your party, it becomes a problem, and that will, affect the governance, obviously. So, Barrister Osewegi, I know you are already here again. The issue now is if political parties or individuals, resort to rigging, manipulating the system, what do you think? What is the impact? How will it affect the governance? How does it affect the governance of the people? Please explain to us.
Yeah, to manipulate or rig an election is a very serious crime. I think that is a crime against humanity because the impact is profound. When you rig, that means that one is tantamount to military coup. You are imposing on the people leadership the people never voted for. They never voted for that political party. They never voted for that candidate. They never voted for their programs. You impose it on them. That one is tantamount to military coup. You impose on the people. And that means what the people is going to get is not what they bargained for. It's not what they voted for. It's not what they asked for. Because where we have got to in global development right now is that nobody is worthy to lead any person when the people, they have not said, come and lead us. You are imposing yourself on the people. You're also imposing your ideas on the people. And that means you are not giving to the people what they bargained for. To me, rigging an election is as good as military coup. You know, it's something serious. It impacts on the entire life of the citizens of the country. Me, the social life, the political life, everything about the people. And the first result is that you create poverty. You emerge people into poverty. You emerge people into poverty. And you create so many problems, economic, social, political. You know, it's like having, the only way I compare is like having a military coup. Soldiers suddenly just make announcement, they impose themselves on the people and they are ruling a country. So election rigging is something serious. I think it's something the United Nations must take seriously. Must take seriously.
Okay. I have a member from the audience talking about. He's talking about. We are seeing it on the screen right now. That we must learn to speak up against the evil people in our country leadership. I think what he's trying to say is that the leadership is corrupt, and that is why they resort into rigging, not to manipulate the system and come into a power, which is no, which you just condemn that it is a serious crime. And I have always condemned it. Many people have always condemned. Many elites has condemned it. Activists has condemned it worldwide. It is not a proper way to bring in any government in a nation. So therefore, you just also added that it's something that the United Nations need to look into seriously
Yeah.
of how to eradicate it because it is practiced worldwide. But in the civilized world, it is kind of minimized. Not that it is not there, it is, but it is minimized. Where the people
Yeah.
actually exercise their voting rights. But when it comes to Nigeria, it has become a norm. It has become a norm that people must rig. When the election is coming, some people are saying, "Oh well, I don't want to go. I don't want to vote because my vote is not going to count." Because at the end of the day, they are going to manipulate the result and come up with somebody who didn't win the election. And this has been very, very, very bad. Effectively, I mean, it affects the governance generally. There is no doubt about it. So if you bring in into the system people who are unqualified. When I say unqualified, they may be qualified by their credentials, but they were not the one that the people wanted. Election is a matter of choosing the right people. So when they manipulate the system and bring in the wrong people, obviously the system is going to go wrong. There's no doubt about it. That's what we are trying to talk about here. How do we, combat this negative phenomenon in our election, Nigeria elections? If you are just joining us, this is the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show, showing right now live on Facebook and YouTube. Please feel free to make your contributions either by sending us text or when I open the phone line on WhatsApp, you can give us a call to make your contribution. But in a moment, I want to thank Mr. Osadidua Felix Eguakon, who has made a couple of contributions here. You are still free to tell us some more. You know, wherever you think you need to come in, just send the text, and I will publish it on the screen so that viewers will see your comment, and they will also have the chance to analyze your comment. The first one, again, I'm going to read it out here. He said we cannot keep blaming the British as colonial masters. A house built on a faulty foundation can be, I guess you're trying to say can be restored. Then you said the greed and corruption of our politicians will not let anything work. I guess that is in respect of the very statement from our legendary reggae superstar that he said we inherited reggae from our colonial masters. Do you want to discuss that, Mr. Black Rice?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'm glad that somebody is listening
Yes.
because because we have to keep on blaming them. You don't know what they have cost in us. You say, what you sow, you reap. We are reaping what they have sown until it doesn't germinate anymore. Why do we have to go to Chatham House every time somebody wins in Nigeria? You go to Chatham House to be anointed or to be certified right, even when you know there is problem in that election. The British is the one signing any leader that's going to rule Nigeria. So to say don't blame all the colonial masters, it's not all the colonial masters we are not blaming. Like now, recently, the French countries just made away with the French government. We have not been able to do that in Nigeria. We have not been able to shove British away from our system. We are still under their rule, directly or indirectly. I don't know what. We are still under the British indirect rule because they went through the Hausa, the Fulani people. So those people, they are used to ruling, divide and rule, you know. So that is what they are still doing to us. So we have to keep on blaming the British so that they know they are doing it. Why it is not good for governance is that it slows down the progress of the people, also of the people who wants to go forward. Nigeria were too large. We were already some part of the country was already a big, thriving community kingdom before the British came in. So now we are meshed up together with some people who just don't have history at all. So there's a problem. We can't move forward because we are not going to start dragging people. They will tell you they are not ready yet. So well, it's a problem. When you rig the wrong people into power, we are going to have a slow progress. Slow progress. You know, in fact, there will be unity. There's no unity in Nigeria. Forget that we are saying we are one Nigeria. No, we are not one. We really not one until we resolve all those things. If we can come back and say,
Okay,
well, resolve this problem, we can never go forward.
I appreciate that. Barrister Osemegi, what do you have to add to that? Because we're talking about, the negative effect of rigging the process, the electoral process, particularly in Nigeria. We are concerned about it because it is our place. We want the place to grow, to progress. You know, uh, now he's off again, but again, sir, the same person listening to us has made another contribution. Here it is on the screen. Once again, I want to appreciate Mr. Gidua Felix Egwaku. He has written another text again to us so that we can analyze it, his own opinion here. He said, when the ex-president in Senegal tried to fix the constitution so that he can continue to remain in power, people, the Marxists, took to the streets and said no. That's why we have a new, young, and vibrant president in Senegal today. Okay, I guess you are seeing this on the screen.
Yes.
And very good. So I guess what he's trying to say is that most of it is up to the people. That is correct. I agree with him in some part, but I'm going to talk about, you know, Nigeria, we are not. I don't know. We're supposed to be more civilized than these people. The fear factor is part of the reason why Nigeria cannot take to the street. The fear factor, number one. And number two, the people themselves are corrupt because once they collect bribe from those manipulating the system, you see that everybody will be quiet. They don't want to say anything. They don't mind the consequences of the negative effect of what they're doing. They concur with the manipulator. But in some other nations, it's not like that. They want their country to grow. Our country is not like that. That's why you see that the wrong people keep coming into power. Like you earlier said, my reggae superstar, like you earlier said, that it slows down the system. When you bring in those who are incompetent, who are not the chosen, the right people, chosen by the people, it's going to slow down because they're not prepared. They are unprepared. They don't even know what to do. That's one thing. That's one negative effect of rigging, manipulating the system. So again, Barisa Otelege has hesited, not just for his personal, I guess his device is not connected properly. So we're going to move on. We just have one person from the audience who's helping us out here, Mr. Osagiduwa Egwakum. So please continue. We are listening to you, and the people are watching what you are saying. They are also listening to you. Okay, sir. Let's analyze what Mr. Egwakum said about. I look at it as a revolt, as a revolution by the people. That's what helped the Senegalese election. The last one is talking about the last election in Senegal. You
Yes.
also mentioned it earlier. You mentioned it earlier. So let's analyze what Mr. Gudua Guakun just said about how the people will refuse to accept manipulations.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Sadio did a very good analysis about Senegalese people and Nigerian people. We are two different people, my brother. If Benin and if the Southerners was a country of itself, because we already have history, we know what we want, we know where we are going to. We know every time we fall back to our history. That is what the Senegalese have. In Nigeria, we have two Nigeria. We have the northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. If the northern Nigeria want to fall back like the southern Nigeria want to fall back to anything, southern Nigeria fall back to their history and their kingdom, the northern Nigeria will fall back to their Islamic, archaic side of the Islamism. They have the kind of Islam they practice is not the moderate one. Their own is to brutalize things. How many people were killed during the NSAS? How many people were killed in the Senegalese revolution? Nobody. Somebody came out from the prison and became a president. So when I went to prison and he still was, after the whole exercise, he was still in jail. He couldn't even leave Abuja to Lagos. So that is where we are. We have two Nigeria. If we were just dealing with one side of Nigeria, those who are prepared to go forward to make this country a big boost, then we don't have problem. If the Northerners were just siding with the Southerners, not minding their tribes and their religion, we're good to go. Nigeria is why do you say Nigeria is the giant of Africa? Africa is not moving forward because Nigeria is still lacking behind. That is the truth. The Northern Nigeria is the one bringing us back.
Now we have another message from the same person. I'm so impressed. You
That's
see,
good.
this way we are getting it wrong. This invitation was sent out to the public, generality of the public. Nigerians, they don't want to contribute to this very, very important topic. You see, so we have Mr. Egwakun today, you know, making his contribution. He has, stake his time to it. He want to make sure that he's part of this program today and is making effective contribution. So here's another message from him that we keep allowing the British and the West to keep imposing leaders on us because of our docility. We, the people, as the US Constitution states, is the key standing up for one's right and belief in acting to a real revolution. I don't know where Mr. Egwakun is making his contribution from. Please, your next test, you probably want to let us know your location so we know why you are giving us this very, very objective contributions here. Thank you so much anyway for your contribution, staying with us. We are inviting a lot of people to make their own contribution to this topic because it is very important for us to know that we should not continue to manipulate the system, to rig the system, and bring in incompetent people, which is a degradation, it derails the system. That means anybody that is really to the system may not have the ability, the capacity to move the country forward. That's what we're talking about today. If you do not understand it, please do. Join the program. It is the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show. And we come here live on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook is a popular social media platform that everybody tune into. Both the president, the legislature, everybody tuned into Facebook. So we want them to hear it loud and clear that this topic today is what is ruining our system, in Nigeria. So thank you, Mr. Egwakun. We appreciate your hanging out with us today. Please hang in there and stay with us. Barrister Oserege has disappeared again because of his device. Now, Mr. Black Rice,
Yes, sir.
the people that manipulate this election, that rig this election, their plan is to impose themselves on the people. And the part of what they use, their machinery, is money. You and I have been saying it on this platform continuously that the problem we are having in the society is poverty. Those people that impoverished the people make them poor, And guess what? A poor man will accept whatever that is imposed on them. That's what is going on here. They use money to influence the system, to manipulate the electionary process so that they can come into power. And then they know themselves that they have no clue, they have no definite agenda to move the country forward. They will now use money. They use money to influence the voters. And again, the votes most time doesn't count. Let's talk about that part, money, because we know that money is so powerful, and because people are hungry, they will accept anything, to sway the system. Talk to us about that, sir.
Yeah, money rule the world. And these people with money in Nigeria, they are not producers of anything. They don't have no factory. It's our money, the people's money they are using to fight the people. They don't have their own money. They don't have no business doing. Or the business they have done to make money. Some of these politicians, they are richer than the country itself because they've taken all the money from us. Just imagine recently the last CBN governor, how much he stole from the CBN. CBN was loaning money to federal government. Does CBN is a commercial bank? No. You don't have right to give. And moreover, let me tell you, these politicians, we don't have constitution. Just go back to what Mr. Guaku said just now about constitution. We don't have no constitution. If we have one constitution, the constitution will say, excuse me, any politician that says anything not right about the country cannot rule the country. We have heard and now we saw a lot of things Buhari said before he became a president about not harming Boko Haram. Yet, he became the president. And Boko Haram gave us real run for our money. Paying bills unnecessarily in the jungle. Some imam will take it upon themselves to take the money to the people, to the hoodlums in the jungle and pay them off. It is the money, our money. Because of Boko Haram and all these bandits, we changed the color of the money. 2 days after the change of the color of the money, the bandits were showing us millions of the money from the bushes. They made a video and say, this is the money you just changed. We have a lot of it now in our hands. So, who are we blaming? We cannot blame the bandits. The electioneering, the rigging, the North and the South divide. That is the problem. If we can't solve that, then we can't solve anything. We need a new constitution that will tell us, we the people say, if you talk anything bad about Nigeria for once and we have a copy of it in our file, you will never be holding any position or post in Nigeria. We the people say, everybody have a right to be associated with any of their any religion or anything you want to have a party. We the people say, if you are guilty of one offense in any country or Nigeria, anywhere in the world, you cannot be a president or hold office, good office in Nigeria. That is constitution. This one now we are using military edicts as our constitution, beat up, battered. Little while now they will say they want to amend the amendment. We don't have a constitution yet. What are you amending in a military edict? So we are in a very dire situation, my brother.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on that. That the constitution, everything starts with the constitution. The foundation is wrong. Obviously, um, we are not having the right laws, to follow. So that's one of the reasons why the people are able to manipulate the system, according to you.
Yes.
That we don't even have a good constitution. Not to talk about amending it. We have advocated, continuously that the constitution should be discarded and have a new one, a brand new constitution for that country. Because if you recall, this constitution that preceded this fourth democracy in Nigeria, democratic system in Nigeria, was written by, I'll just say, an individual, the Abacha or something.
Yes.
They are the one that wrote the constitution for us, and then we accepted it. And since then, we are supposed to know that this constitution is not working.
We didn't really accept it. The people didn't accept it.
Well, when I say we accept it, that it was accepted, and that's what we are following right now. So exactly. So we should have rejected it after the democratic system started in Nigeria. We should have rejected it right away and start bringing a new constitution. That's what we should have done. But okay, now even if we have to do amendments, the process is just so slow. There have been several committees and all that has been mandated to look into so many areas that is faulty in the constitution. Recommendations have been made, but it has not been implemented. These are problems that we've been having. So one government to the other, they put in a lot of money and set up some committee to look into areas where amendments need to be made in the constitution, on the constitution. And now, after that, after they finish their work, people fail to implement it. And where is that? That means we just wasted all that money that was, put into that committee to do their job. When you know that you are not going to implement whatever the outcome is, why wasting the nation's money, in that kind of committee? Anyway, so that is money, the part that money plays in the rigging of the elections. People are concerned that, when the election time comes, they know what to do. They're going to just give out money to people, and then they go vote for them. When they were originally, their intention was not to vote for such individuals, but
Yes.
because they have the money power, they give to the people because they know that the people want the money. They need the money. So they give the money to the people, and then the people will now change their mind and give them their votes. Even though we are still saying that the votes doesn't count in Nigeria.
No.
Because at the end of the day, whoever they want, it could be governor, it could be president, whatever it is, whoever they want to put, in position of power, is who they are going to put. And we do not have the people themselves. They don't even challenge. They don't challenge this. They don't challenge them. So until we stand up and do what Mr. Igwakum said earlier, you know, it's not going. It's going to continue. The process will continue. He said the people of Senegal stood up and rejected those were the previous administration, and then it worked for them. Why can't we do the same thing in Nigeria? I guess that's his message. Uh, so until the people themselves are able to stand up against this injustice, that is going on, stand up against all this oppression, stand up against all this money, money buying votes to use money to buy votes and all that stuff. Until we stand up against all that, if they give you money, we have been preaching it here on this platform. We'll be telling people whenever election comes in Nigeria, if they give you money, you can reject or you can accept. You have it's the only is on you to accept it, but go ahead and reject them because you don't have the intention of voting them anyway. So if they give you the money belongs to you. It belongs to you in the first place. So you can collect it and still vote against them, or you can reject the money. No, I don't want your money. I'm going to do the right thing. We have to stand up for our rights in Nigeria. All right, Mr. Blacklight. So another thing again that we have to do is talk about here is nepotism. Nepotism. People want by all means to put their, their associate, their family, their friends in power, and make sure that position continue to report to around there, just them and nobody else. So what do you think we need to do about nepotism in the rigging process?
My brother, a lot we have to do. The process, this rigging and this nepotism is about two groups of people in Nigeria. The Hausas and the Yorubas. We have a problem with these two people. This set of people. They have been together since 1960 or thereabout, just before the independence. They have been lazy together because the British didn't want the West, the Yorubas and the Igbos to come together. The British, I still call them. I still call them into this shit because they put us in this shit. So they have to be a part of it. They wanted the houses because they believe they bought Nigeria. They bought Nigeria. It was like a commodity. But they just couldn't go ahead with what they want to do until they sacked Benin's kingdom. Then amalgamated Benin, not the Southern Protectorate and the Northern. No, they just added Benin, amalgamated Benin like a man. Like up to today, we don't say a word. The Benis are just quiet. So we know who is doing what in Nigeria, who is spoiling Nigeria, but we are afraid to say it as it is. That is our major problem. There is no way Nigeria can be well when every regime, the northerner must be there. Either it's number one or must be number two. Every time. Why? We need the best. Let's say, okay, we've had all from the north. The north has always been there, president or vice president. President or vice president. Why not change for once? And let's try something different. No, they won't. They will fall back to jihadist mentality because they don't have no other thing to fall back to. But we will fall back. The Igbos, they will fall back to their trade, go back to their business. The other group will go back to their culture and tradition and their know-how. But we have a problem with those set of people, the Hausa and the Yorubas. They are in a marriage that is not really good marriage. They, like the husband and wife, they're fighting every time they still giving birth to babies. They are still producing. Every time we hear them fighting. In the midnight, they still hear broken bottles, broken plates. But 6 months after that, the woman is giving birth again. They love to make love, but they don't know how to discuss, to make things work to the benefit of both. That is the problem we're having.
All right, so because of time's sake, we are going to be writing up the show in a few minutes. But in the meantime, if you are just joining us or if you've been with us, this is the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show happening live on Facebook and YouTube. You want to give us your comments, make your contribution through your comments, or we have just opened the phone line right now. It's on the screen. You can give us a call on WhatsApp, and the number is +1 212297475. That's the number for you to call if you want to call. But if you do not wish to call, you don't want your voice to be heard, in audio, you can also put it in writing on the comment box, like Mr. Egwakun has done today. He has done a marvelous job, and we appreciate it. So if you want to give us a call and make your contribution, we'll add it right here, or continue going to the comment box and give us your opinion about this topic, rigging, which has been working against the progress in our society in Nigeria. That when you rig people into power, obviously they are not going to give you the best. You cannot expect the best out of them. Yes, because they were not the right choice of the people. That's the meaning of rigging here. They manipulate people into the power and they expect it to. No, you're not going to get it. That's what it is. But when you allow the system, the process to go through smoothly and allow the people to make their choices, then you will get the best out of the election. So with that being said, please give us a call now on +1 214 229 7475. Mr. Black Rice and I, we are here to answer whatever question that you have, or to analyze your contributions if you wish. Again, the program is the Jubran Idele-Ero show. And while we're doing that, I'm going to bring you on the background the music of the legend, Black Rice. There's the popular one that I like to play here. It's talking about the Emotan. And the Emotan, we're working on it. We'll try to put it on video. That's a very beautiful music right here. So I'm going to bring you the music of Emotan. For the historical message through Emotan. Enjoy, please.
Thank you. As a man's wife from me home way, born in a young village, she had no child.
Thank you, Mr. Backroom. Now we know where you your contribution.
But when her
Thank you
mom
so much.
died, she could
Let me
not
see.
go. Made her home in Oba Market.
United States of America.
For young mother
We
shopper.
appreciate you.
Sometimes of pediatrician.
Please stay with us. Whenever you see that we're coming alive, don't forget, don't hesitate to join us. Make your contribution. We appreciate you. You have not school here today. God bless you.
History caught up with her when Prince Ogun ran there for cover. She gave him cover and a shelter over a listening post. This young prince, he became a king of Eware the Great. And Emotan was immortalized. That's how Emotan come to stay.
I'm going to pause the music for now and then let's address the issue before us on the screen. I'm going to cut that music short real quick. We still have another message from the same person. Now we know where Mr. Egwakon has been actively making his contributions from. He is based in Tennessee in the United States of America, the state of Tennessee. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Now he is saying that I am pretty sure none of us is naive about how Nigeria came to be and all that, but something needs to give. That means we need to part away with something. We need to rise up strong against the ills in our society. They have used religion, tribalism, and other forms of bigotry to keep us apart. That is true. Mr. Black Rice has, told us so much about it today. He has spoken against that, division, the divisive problem that will be using to manipulate the people. And that's exactly what you're talking about right here. Mr. Black Rice, I'm sure you are watching the screen and seeing the contribution of our brother, Mr. Guacon, all the way from Tennessee in the United States of America. So what do you have to say about this? Anything, is there anything to give or take out of it?
I thank Mr. Guacon from Tennessee that he's flowing with us. We know we have to give something. That's what I said earlier. We want to give. If we want to give and some are not giving, the ones that are not giving are the ones that says they own Nigeria. They have been given Nigeria. They have been given Nigeria to by the people who gave us quote and unquote freedom. They said they gave us independence, but yet they don't want to leave us. To start with, this amalgamation has expired in 1997. It has
Okay.
expired over 100 years ago. So why are we not negotiating our togetherness again now if Nigeria wants to go forward? When they are saying they want to amend the constitution, they will tell you there is a gray area they must not touch. The one Nigeria thing. Why should there be a gray area? We say, okay, let's discuss how we are going to live together like husband and wife. You are telling me, no, I'm going to bring my bed from my father's house. No, man, we are going to get married. We'll buy a new bed.
We're going to have to leave that topic for another day. That's a great and interesting topic right there. But here again, he had just told us again, he had just written to say that we must bend or break. Nothing constant the change. I remember what our elders used to tell us when growing up. That is either break or bend. That
Yes.
means we have to figure a way out of this mess that we are into, you know. That the constitution that was banned for us by the military is not working. It's not working for us.
At all.
That's number one thing that we must move away from. So that is not working for us. We know that already. So therefore, we have to find a way to get around that. That's what he's saying here. That is either break or bend. That we have to stand up. We have to stand up against oppression. We have our hands. Our hands are in chains. Even among us, this is no longer the colonial masters alone doing it. We know that they still have influence, over the manipulations. But our hands are, our legs, our hands are in chains because of those people who think they have to have the power.
Yes.
Consequently, that they have to have the power, you know. So that is our problem right here. What do we do to, remove that chain from our leg, from our hands? So these are things that we need to think about. We'll bring it as a topic next time on this show. We'll discuss it on how we are going to, free ourselves. We need freedom. We are in chains, we're in bondage in the hands of the oppressors. And the oppressors are among us. They are with us. So we need to figure out a way to, release ourselves, to free ourselves. Otherwise, it is going to continue. The recycling of these same people will continue. And that is not good for our society. I want to thank everyone that has been with us today on this show. I want to thank Barrister Osaro Osemege. Osaro Osemege, as you know, was a former lawyer to PDP, the party in Edo State, People's Democratic Party, Edo State, was a former lawyer to that party. And he has been an active lawyer, in Edo State, in Benin City. And we appreciate him coming today, even though the device could not allow him to fully participate on the program today. Maybe next time there will be an improvement on that. We talked much about it the last time we were in the show. Myself, Rastaman, Black Rice, and Rastaman, Mike Pan. We talk about all these inadequacies in our system. The network system is so bad in our country. All again is all because we have people that are in power who don't know what to do. They don't know. They have no clue of how to move the system. Technology is ruling the world, and again, it depends on those who are in charge of the political positions. They are the one that will be able to influence and bring in better system, that will be workable for everybody. But they have failed to do that so far. That's the reason why you see whenever people are called upon to join this kind of program, remotely, they're supposed to be able to just ride with us smoothly like we are doing that right now. Whenever I call on my brother Rastaman Black Christ, you see that we're flowing, easily, just because the system works in where we are. He lives in the Netherlands, and I am here in the US. So you can tell, look how smooth it is. But whenever anybody is joining us from that country, Nigeria, or other parts of Africa, it is always like that. We do not have that rhythm. We can't enjoy, their contribution because of the bad devices or the system, bad network. So we want to thank everyone that has joined us. Particularly, again, I want to mention Mr. Usagelua Felix Egwaku, all the way from Tennessee. We appreciate your time today. I know you are still giving us some messages. We thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, he's hailing our reggae superstar, Rastaman Black Rice. So everybody know him. He's a very, very influential figure worldwide. He has been out there, using his music to send messages to government all over the world that they have to do the right thing. That's Black Rice that you're looking right here on the screen. Thank you so much for appreciating the reggae superstar, Mr. Guaco. We appreciate you. Please don't forget, just go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook so that whenever we come online, you'll be able to join us. And the Facebook is right there, is Jobran Idele-Ero. It's on Facebook. Just Google it, you'll find it. And then also on YouTube is youtube.com/user and /Joe Ero 100. That's our YouTube channel. Again, now I have to give big thanks to our brother, my dependable and reliable brother, Mr. Black Rice. You see, I did not notify him of this show because I wanted to give the opportunity to Barisa Osaro Osemeke, who is a lawyer based in Benin City, Nigeria, Edo State, Nigeria, to educate us on this very important topic that has been going against the will of the people in Nigeria. Because when you manipulate the system, obviously everything is going to go wrong with the governors. So we wanted him to talk so much about it today so that the people will know what the impact that reggae we have on the society at large. But unfortunately, his device could not make it. He was unable to stabilize his device to contribute his quota to this topic. Now, Mr. Black Rice, I really do appreciate you. Respect large, Bridget. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the, whenever I call upon you, you are ever ready. I just called you. It was already past the time for the show to kick off when Mr. Barista Oserege was not forthcoming with his device. And then I quickly sent you the link to join the program. And there you go. Right away on the top of the finger, you were with us. And you have made so much tremendous contribution today. And I'm very sure that when people go to YouTube to watch this program, they will understand. They would have received they will understand in depth of what rigging, the effect of rigging to our electionary process in Nigeria, so that they won't want to be part of it. Yeah, we do not want rigging to be what brings in a people that is going to handle the affairs of governance in our society. That's what we're trying to talk about today. We may have to repeat the program. Otherwise, we will bring similar topic next time we come back on the Idele-Ero show. Thank you so much, my brother Black Rice. I highly appreciate you. May Jah continue to bless you. May Jah continue to bless you and your family.
Thank you.
Respect life.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you to Mr. Gwaku, everybody. We bless you all. The brother from Benin who couldn't stabilize his device. We love you all. We want Nigeria to grow. I don't hate any tribe in Nigeria. Don't misunderstand me when I say the Yorubas and the Hausas are the ones slowing us down. It is the truth. Everybody's saying it, but secretly. You know, we just have to come together like a family, one big family. Now that our amalgamation is expired, let's come together and reason. Okay, how do we come together? How do we? You want to control the whole of the oil. You want to control the whole of the port authority. You want to control the whole of the military. So that means we are not going to go anywhere soon. But if we come back like one family and put this thing on the table, no gray area not to talk about, we talk about everything. That's how we can move forward. I love you all, and I bless you all in the name of the Most High. Jah
Rastafari. All right, sir. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm going to end the program with the music of my gospel artist that I started with today, Gloria Soul, from Delta State, Nigeria. Delta State, Nigeria. Gloria Soul is a gospel singer that has been out there. He's very popular gospel singer, and we want to be, producing them, helping them out by playing their music whenever we are on our show. So anybody that is progressing like that, play their music. Look at Nasura here at Black Light. We use his music all the time. Respect you, sir. Thank you so much. God bless you. This I wait. Gloria Soul. Ending the program of the Idele-Ero show. God bless you all. We'll see you next time. It's not your way.